Hey, this is Anthony at the RevZilla. You can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to the best motorcycle riding jeans of 2018. At RevZilla.com, we've been testing riding jeans since 2009. We've seen the evolution of every technology anyone's tried to pair with denim. The bottom line is that if you go down in a pair of 501s, they're going to blow up on impact. In this video, we're gonna break down the best 4 motorcycle riding jeans for 2018. We're gonna see a mixture of technology, armor, as well as premium denim to save your skin in a slide, while also keeping you comfortable and styled out. But remember, all riding denim is not created equal. So we're gonna evaluate these jeans based on a mixture of protection, fit, as well as comfort. Now that you know our criteria, let's dive in. First up in our 2018 guide is the Street and Steel Oakland, which we consider to be the best entry-level motorcycle riding jean. Now, if we look at it, 2 colors. I have my blue, I have my black. It's 11.5 ounce denim. But what we love about it is that we call it entry-level because it's really universally accessible. You're looking at around $110 for this jean, and it does the basics really well, and then some. From a fit standpoint, it's going to be really akin to a Levi's 511 cut, which means it's gonna have a little bit of room through the thighs and then taper as it gets to the lower leg. That's a more contemporary cut. It's not loose, it's not baggy, but it'll look good on the bike as well as off the bike. And really the first thing we love about this jean, outside of the fact that it really won't break your wallet, is the protection aspect. And this is where it punches above its weight class. You're looking at CE rated adjustable armor, and the Velcro is baked into the armor, so it's what we would call infinitely adjustable. You just don't have a couple different settings. The other thing we love about it is you have Kevlar on the thighs as well as Kevlar in the seat, which is really abrasion and impact resistant, beefing up what's already a beefy denim. Now, moving on from there, when we think about the riding experience this jean, it's all about comfort. Firstly, there's 2% elastane in this jean, which adds a little bit of light stretch to it. It's not a stretch skinny jean, it's just enough that it can move with you without adding additional panels. And secondarily, they've given you a lightweight mesh slip liner, which coats all of the layers of Kevlar. What that does is Kevlar is a little bit less breathable than denim. It gives you a light area of breathability on top of the Kevlar to allow it to slide a little bit easier against your skin. So again, another feature that really enhances the quality and feature set on this jean to really, in my opinion, a jean you typically see $150, $175, closer to that $200 range. So all in, you have an elevated protection scheme, elevated comfort scheme, and it still won't break your wallet. It makes it easy to see why the Street and Steel Oakland is going to be the best entry-level riding jean for 18. Now let's traverse to the other end of the spectrum and go with our best premium jean for the year. The Rokker Rokkertech is ultimately the best premium riding jean for 18. And when we think of premium, we think about a major investment over the $400 mark, really leaving little compromise from a comfort or protection standpoint. Now, the Rokkertechs to my left are the black coated version. There are going to be blue versions of these jeans, and typically they come in 2 fits. We have our slim and our slim straight. I think Juice is wearing the slim version. You could see how they are a full taper. They have a little bit of stretch to them. They're going to be comfortable, but really the big takeaway here when we think about it leads us to the first thing we love about these jeans. The Rokkertechs are uber technical because they are 1 layer. When we think about other premium or entry-level riding jeans with protection, a lot of times you're gonna have 2 layers. You're gonna have your denim, and then you're gonna have some protective element like a Kevlar or like a power shield underneath. What Rokkertechs do is they use Armolith material, which is going to be ultra high molecular weight polyethylene, which is a strong molecular fiber that has premium cotton spun around it. So the cotton and Armolith material that makes up the jeans themselves allows for no bulk. It allows for better breathability and ultimately plays to the protection from a slide, but also comfort standpoint. The second thing that we love about the usage of Armolith here is the fact that it's naturally cooling. It has natural cooling properties. So when you're wearing this jean, it will actually actively wick heat away from you, which is a nice touch and something we really haven't seen in any of the other riding jeans on the market. So all in, you have your slide protection, you have your single layer, which really enhances the style as well as the breathability. But remember, you're making a larger investment for the lack of compromises in the Rokker Rokkertech jean. And remember, no matter what type of riding you're doing, we have our product as well as rider type gear guides, which can help you from street to sport to adventure to dirt, really Sherpa you through your choices as you move towards this riding season. Now on to the next jean. As we continue to climb the pyramid for the best riding jean of 18, the Revit Lombard 2, we consider it our runner-up. Initially, we saw Revit come to the US market very early with their jeans, and they felt a little bit too Euro. What they've done over the last few vintages is they've really honed their craft, and our favorite of the mix is the Lombard 2. Now, if we look at it, it comes in just over the $200 mark, but it carries a feature set and protection scheme that's a bit more premium than we're expecting. So jeans for dollar is very high here. If we think about the fit and the style, you're seeing a dark gray raw. There's also a dark blue raw, and the fit's gonna be decidedly tapered. Now, I don't consider a tapered fit too Euro, but I do think the styling of these jeans is a little bit more heightened. It does have a little bit more of that Euro flavor and Euro appeal, which we dig. Now, the first thing I love about this jean is the fact that they are giving you a full-on protection scheme and allowing you to make some choices here. The first thing I love with the Lombard 2s is really gonna be their usage of Cordura denim. Now, this jean looks like it has a raw premium style to it, but it's actually a bit beefier through the use of this Cordura denim. It's a 12.5-ounce denim that integrates the technical Cordura fiber. You also have Power Shield on the knees as well as in the seat, which are beefing it up. That's gonna be more akin to where you see other manufacturers using Kevlar. I like that they gave you non-adjustable C-Smart armor. It's very low profile. You can barely see it in the jeans. And they've also rounded that out by giving you pockets to be able to add C-Smart at the hips. Again, using hip armor is not something we typically see at either entry-level or mid-range aspects within the Moto jean world. The other thing I love about this jean is that when you couple the C-Smart armor, the Cordura denim, and some of the other components, you're actually increasing that slide length. Revit's gonna claim about a 6-second slide. And for frame of reference, we see a lot of jeans that want to say 4.5 at around 60 miles per hour. Revit is really pushing that safety bar forward. So all in, when we look at it, and you're just over the $200 mark, you have two different flavors, call it the dark denim or the blue, and then you take into that tapered fit with a little bit of Euro spice. You have a great option that is going to feel more like a premium jean, but won't break your bank with the Revit Lombard 2. Now let's move on to our winner. So as we arrive at our best riding jean of 2018, we've seen a myriad of styles, price points, and really levels of technicality. This is the jean that puts it all together and takes the top of the heap. This is the Klim K 52 that you can see on juice on my left. And ultimately, for under $300, this jean elevates technicality, it elevates comfort, and it certainly elevates protection. Now, to my left, you can see the Stealth Blue, the only colorway, and that ties in with fit now, which is the first thing we love on this jean. Now, we know the Klim K 51, which was the predecessor to this jean. That was kind of a Wrangler cut. I'd call it relaxed. I'd call it a little bit of your dad's jean, which is fine if that's what you're going for. The K 52 is a contemporary cut. We call it a 501 straight leg if you're comparing it to a pair of Levi's. It does come in a tall size, but the beauty of it is it's a little bit more classic. It's a little bit more youthful. It's not young. I'm not calling it that, but what it doesn't do is find you in that pair of Brett Favre Wranglers that is just, again, a little bit of a more relaxed style. The second thing we love is this has a protection scheme that really takes things to the next level. It certainly has adjustable knee armor. It also has hip armor, but the difference is these are done in D3O, which is a molecular armor. This is also the only jean on the market that offers full tailbone armor. It's using Poron XRD, and that's actually beefing up the area around the tailbone with an active armor. Now, this jean will also have Kevlar all the way down the thighs, into the knees. It has it in the hip, and it wraps around the entirety of the seat. But now that brings us to our comfort aspect. And there are really two things that jump out at us. I just gave you the rundown of where this Kevlar lives. There's now a slip liner behind the Kevlar, allowing you to have an additional layer of breathability between the jean, the Kevlar, and your body. The other nice part about Cordura denim is there's a natural Cool Max aspect to it, which has an additional property in the material that pulls heat away from your body. So if you happen to run hot, this is another great jean option for you. And if you run normal and you're riding in the dead of the summer, you're really going to feel that Cool Max at work. So when we think about a jean in the high 280s, now it's only one color, but the fit's been changed, the styling's been made more contemporary, and it has a comfort and protection feature set, which really kind of top anything else that we've seen. It's easy to see why the Klim K 52 is hands down the top of the heap best jean for 2018 when it comes to motorcycle riding. And again, that's us canvassing the entirety of what's at our disposal at RevZilla.com. If you want to learn more about the selections in our 2018 Motorcycle Gear Guide series, visit RevZilla for video, articles, and more of our expert opinion. And don't forget to subscribe to us to stay up to date with our product and rider type guide series that's going to continue to roll out. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.